What we're trying to accomplish with the FlexView capability is taking the Fios TV products, things like video on demand, live TV, even a capability that's existed in Fios TV for quite some time, and that's sharing your personal content around the home, baby videos and wedding pictures and music tracks, and really getting them to all of these devices with one simple click of the button. And so really, I sort of think about it as the answer to when my mom calls and says, I saw that you had a SpongeBob on your mobile phone for your son. How can I do that for your niece? Well, it took a little bit of geek to get that done, and so really looking so that she can do that one little click and make it show up in all those places and all those times that she really wants to consume either personal or commercial content. The business driver behind these multi-screen capabilities is about delivering what consumers are asking for, because if you don't, they will find another way to get that particular content. And we have a couple very good examples from recent history with the print and music business really not responding to what consumers were looking for. So the video business, just because of technical barriers, coming a little later into those kind of trends, but having the opportunity to be more proactive in responding to consumers' desires for how and when they're able to access not just a particular type of content like HBO on demand, but all of their content on all of their screens. So it's about bringing additional value. It's about driving engagement up higher as additional types of entertainment opportunities come along to compete for that consumer wallet share. Currently, we're of course supporting the Fios TV set-tops, Windows computers, devices like Arcos media players, Windows mobile devices, Android devices, one or two out of the RIM lineup, ones with larger 3+ inch type screens. And in the beginning of next year, we'll also be adding support for Mac OS and iOS devices. We're not limiting the access to devices that just have a Verizon logo on them, again, because we're looking at the consumer desire, and consumers, as much as we would love them to have every single device in their home with our logo on it, we know they don't. And so that's evidenced already today in some of our applications for Fios TV, work on the iPhone and work on the iPad and work on AT&T devices and T-Mobile devices. And so the intention is to continue to grow that and grow that at a rate that is several dozen new devices a year. Just last year, we were able to port our mobile applications to over 50 devices. And so we're very confident that we'll be able to meet the customers on the devices they bring into their home.
How has it been dealing with the content side, the publishers, the studios? You're not just streaming stuff, but you're actually downloading to devices where people can. How has that worked in terms of the issue of rights management and DRM? And evidently you've made some progress there.
One of the benefits of Verizon is a long history around being very security focused and conscious about protecting what it ultimately amounts to intellectual property for millions and millions of consumers and thousands and tens of thousands of corporations and even governments. And so what we were able to do is take a lot of that expertise and bring it into a very hardened environment where the content is very well protected from unlawful usage. And that's taken us about 12 to 18 months to accomplish. So it was a non-trivial task, but we also had the benefit, for instance, VCast Videos has been in market since 2005. And so we had a lot of knowledge within the organization on how to not only do it securely, but also make it look beautiful when it's on your mobile device or when it's on your computer. So that same beautiful picture quality that the marketplace has come to expect from Fios TV, we've also been able to export that onto all of these devices. Because of that history in our organization of delivering very secure services and very reliable services, as we approach content providers, things like protecting the content were not certainly discussed, but were by no means roadblocks. When you could say that this same infrastructure that's doing authentication supports some of the three-letter acronym government agencies out there, it became a pretty easy sell to say, I promise your content will be protected. It's a bit of a spectrum, though, and so you sort of start off with the studios, and from a studio perspective, the vast majority of the studios we're lined up with and have great alignment on how we're going to go forward together. On the premium cable networks, so that's the Epics and Showtimes and Stars and HBOs, their business model is also pretty straightforward for getting to multi-screen. It's about getting more people to sign up and improving their engagement to lower the churn out of those kind of services. The next group, those sort of cable ad-supported networks, is really where we're focused right now. And for the most part, it's not a willingness to respond to this customer need. The big piece is Nielsen C3. And so what's very important here is that we don't introduce arbitrage into the $60 billion advertising business that currently occurs on TV. And with the Nielsen C3 measurement, audience time spent off of that original on-air broadcast gets added into the advertising currency, and we have a way to protect and also grow the $60 billion while we do this multi-screen type of capability. And once Nielsen adds in TV video on demand and adds in broadband video on demand and mobile, and all of that viewership into that one rating that is today traditionally associated with just that single broadcast, we have a great path forward, and that really becomes the linchpin for moving the cable networks and the other ad-supported broadcast networks into this FlexView capability.
And Joe, tell us a little about the availability of this service. Is it available to everyone who has Fios?
So it's available to all our Fios TV customers. We started our national rollout in September and completed it in November. The library is a few thousand titles, but will grow to tens of thousands of titles before you can blink your eye. For customers that don't have Fios TV, we do have video services available. One of my personal favorites is Stars Play. It gives you a few thousand titles for a subscription each month. It's available multi-screen, and it's actually being integrated in to the FlexView capability. And over time, we'll absolutely expand beyond our video and games and music offers that we have for our customers that don't have Fios TV. And those are actually available nationwide.
For the first time, you're free to access the movies you order on demand on all your devices. Get the ultimate in mobile entertainment on the Ultimate Network. It's time for Fios.